So play with no rehearsal.
Learn quickly, they'll come
For your role.
Games get played, can't take it personal.
Cause the devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth.
It's all in what you do.
Some things you gotta do. Hey, barbershop conversations, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Am I still on beat? Don't forget to join the Patreon. Click the link in the description box, man. We over there getting rich or getting wealthier, you know, stocks and property and a whole bunch of common sense. That's all it is. Instead of the hundreds of thousands of dollars I've made in financial mistakes, you guys are getting it for $5 a month. And I'm telling you guys to write it off so it's free. Okay. Simple and plain, you know what I mean? And yeah, man. So let's jump into this really quick. I'm just gonna say that thumbnail is priceless, dog. Derek James' point, you could use that for every fucking Errol Spence quote or Derek James quote ever. You know, I'm saving that motherfucker. Y'all might see that shit 48 times. You know what I mean? Remember when Eddie Murphy said, my bus flipped over 17 times? Well, you gonna see that motherfucker. You gonna see this thumbnail picture flip over 17 times, yo. So let's jump into this. But before I play what Errol Spence says, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna play what Errol Spence says first. Okay. Let me go back. This is Errol Spence talking about Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter.
I really don't like them because I feel like they fake. You know, like I feel like Keith Thurman get fake. So I couldn't call him, have a discussion with him because I feel like he's just a fake dude. And I feel like sometimes Shawn Porter, you know, he just be talking out the side of his mouth, and you know, it's a lot of guys, but like,
yeah. So that's basically Errol Spence talking about Shawn. I'm coming. Sure. Errol Spence and I got distracted. Lincoln want me to go play with him, so let's make this video as quickly as possible. Well, I got to go watch him play. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. So I'll say one thing, man. One of the more beautiful things about I'm on a sidebar right now is my office is literally next door to Lincoln and Kennedy's playroom. When you're young and shit, you think success is the Bentley, all the money. But when you can work from home and you can walk 3 feet and play with your kids, then come back to work, travel time is what, 2.1 seconds? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, man, just stay inspired and believe in yourself, man. This shit started with an unemployment check, man. But anyways, man, let me jump into this really. Laid off from I thought was going to be my career-ending job. I thought I was going to be a teacher from teacher to deaf. I thought I was going to be a teacher and a coach. I was content with making my ceiling probably would have been $80,000. Now I can make that a month. You know what I mean? So anyways, man, let's jump into this really quick. Errol Spence said something. I love when fighters just validate what I tell you guys, and people call me haters. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you what's so keen about this. Like father, like son, all the way around in its totality, 360. Keith Thurman. Let's start with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, dad. I've been nothing. Keith Thurman will tell you face to face. I've been nothing but fair to this man. Nothing. I always respect him. I gave him 4 chances to recant his statement about the fans because I ultimately wanted Keith Thurman to make money, right? And he said something on my thing that I knew core fight fans would not agree with because we got to go to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 to get this paper to afford those $500 ringside, if not ringside, those expensive seats, you know? So I think that it's imperative that fighters respect the fans all the way around in its totality. All right. Now, Keith Thurman's dad, I'm going to call him Mr. Thurman. What you need? Okay. You going to make that part of the city? Of the train tracks? All right, I got to show y'all the train track link in this building. It's freaking amazing. Take it in there so it don't make that loud noise. So yeah, man. See, travel time 2.1 seconds. So, anyways, man, I gotta come on, get through this video. So, Mr. Thurman, I don't care how he feels about me, I'm still gonna call him Mr. Thurman. He lied and said I wanted to. I mean, flat out lied. Y'all know my disposition. I'm not a threatening guy. I'm not the guy that goes around gloating, claiming he can fight and he could beat everyone and this and that. Well, Keith Thurman dad lies and tells people at PBC that I wanted to fight him. He cursed me out. I just asked him for an interview. Can we walk and I'm going to quote everything. Can we walk and talk? The man says, fuck you. I says, I was confused because I thought we had a cool relationship. I interviewed him in New York in the hotel lobby. Y'all remember that? Nothing big, nothing big. That's the last time I interviewed him. So I'm thinking that that there's like a level of like respect there. So I said, you mind if we walk and talk, Mr. Thurman? You mind if we walk and talk? He says, fuck you. I want to. And then he lies and tells Hannah Bolt that I want to fight him. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. So, anyways, man. And then I said, Mr. Thurman, why you had to say that? I'm just trying to help you sell pay-per-views. You know, because I know my platform moves pay-per-view numbers. I don't know what the number is, you know, but I know it moves it well over 1,000. I know my subscribers buy well over 1,000 pay-per-views. You understand what I'm saying? And so he says, so he lies and does that, and I haven't seen or spoken to Keith Thurman since, and it's okay, no big deal. And then like father, like son, right? Errol Spence calls Keith Thurman fake, and then Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter, right? Enough said, right? Y'all see Kenny Porter with the pace, with the fake hairline and the gold chain and the choker chain, and him wanting to fight me, and y'all respect him catching me off guard versus me, who goes out and challenges the man and gets held back. It's a society we live in, man. You know what I mean? And hides behind another woman. So I'm not even gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna press charges on dudes, and I'm done with acting like a man around men who aren't men. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say it right now. If you're not a man and you confront me, I'm calling the police, because if I win, you're gonna get mad to call the police, right? and all you gonna do is try and catch me off guard like Kenny Porter did and run behind a girl. Kenny Porter took 15 feet back. Come on, man. Stand there like a man. You got a 60-pound advantage. Stand there like a man. Square up. You know what I mean? But anyways, at the end of the day, man, I'm done with that. So lesson be learned. Okay. Confront me. I'm calling the police, because I'm in a no-win situation. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put myself in a position where I can win. You know what I mean? Let the police handle that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't on that type of time, because I believe King Lincoln. Say what's up, King Lincoln. King Lincoln. I appreciate you, dog. Love you. All right. And so I just think it's just imperative, man. It's hard being a real man around fake dudes, man. It's so hard. I stand on my square. Everything. See, here's the most beautiful thing about it is, and why I love me so much. Everything that I say on my YouTube channel, I can tell you in person. You understand what I'm saying? And I am prepared. See, another thing is, I am prepared just as a man. I'm prepared as a man to how you respond to it. You understand? If you say, man, fuck you, Fred, I want to fight you. Yeah, I'm going to defend myself. But here's the catch. When you defend yourself and then tuck your tail and run, you know what I mean? What's up, Lincoln? And so at the end of the day, man, I just think it's just imperative that take that stuff in the toy room, in your toy room. I'll be there in a second. Okay, he getting anxious. He wants me to go play with him. So, anyways, man, I just think it's just imperative that that men be men. I'm gonna do a video on this, man, because you know what I mean. Kenny Porter is just beside me, dog. You know what I mean? He betrays me and then runs the PBC and lies and send texts and emails, calls media members, and I got the text. I got screenshots of all the texts and shit. Man, it's just flat out disgusting, dog. Keith Thurman's dad lies on me, man. You know what I mean? So I'm done being a man around cowards. I'm just done. Y'all know my disposition. Y'all know what I stand for. Period. End of discussion, man. All right. As I fast forward into reality, man, it's now I see why like Prince and like Michael Jackson and uh like they got to sedate themselves to be around like mediocre people. I know I'm going off on a tangent somewhere else, but thank God I ain't got no substance abuse problems and shit, man. Cause God damn, this boxing shit. I'm telling you, man, Black Fight fan said it best. Your favorite fighter is a coward, dog. Like it's just insane. It's just how can you not listen? How can you just not be straightforward? You got the money, you got the quote unquote prestige, you got the privilege, you got the attention of the fans, and you can't be man, you can't be grown up about this shit. Man, I'm done with it. I'm so done. Man, I'm telling you, boxing is just an amazing thing, man. You know what I mean? So anyways, I stand on my square, and that's what it is, man. So as I digress back into this shit, man. Uh where was I? Yeah, and oh, I was on the Sean Porter. And Sean Porter has done some funny stuff, like in terms of how he talks publicly. You know what I mean? Like calling Earl Spence jealous and saying Deontay Wilder can't box with like sometimes you got to make executive decisions in terms of fan base. You understand what I'm saying in terms of like keeping yourself relevant, in terms of putting yourself on the next pedestal. And you say, "Oh, be real all the time." Well, be real all the time. Why you got a boss? If you're gonna be real and authentic, why work for PBC? Why work as a personality on PBC? So obviously you know how to play the game to get a job and talk how they want you to talk on PBC. So do the same thing as it relates to your brand. You mean a Fox brand, a PBC brand, that title as analyst on PBC and Fox is more powerful and more bolden to more makes you more emboldened than you being your authentic self. You know what I mean? It's just beyond me, man. It's just beyond my own understanding, man. I it's just beyond me, man. Yeah, man. And I wish Sean Porter world like inherently like I want all these fighters to get money, but they just like Shawn over the past year and a half has shot himself in the foot 48 times, 48 times. You know what I mean? And I think the more he acts like his father, the less advantageous he will be to fight fans. Because keep in mind, Kenny Porter has been consistently very disrespectful to fans. Or you can't afford a ticket where I sit. And I told him about you can't say stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can't talk about, you know what I mean? It's just publicly, you can say it privately, but not publicly, man. So, anyways, man, and here's the catch. I said all this to come right back around to Errol Spence. Right. Here's the catch. Um, um, Errol Spence authenticity is important, right? And I spent 1 hour with Earl, no, maybe 2 hours. He was working out with Errol Spence in the gym, and I've had 4 1-minute conversations with his father outside of that, right? Nothing real strong, nothing real serious. But the fact that um, um, I see consistencies there, like in terms of Earl Spence character and Mr. Spence character in terms of conducting themselves in media. You know what I mean? Pretty calm, poised, talks pretty straightforward. I seen one interview with the dad on Fanon. I think they need to do some more stuff too together. Just the consistencies of that. Um, I even told Mr. Spence, like you and Fanon need to do more interviews like that, Um, and I've even told Kitty Porter, I like Kitty, man, you got to be more likable publicly, dog. Like, listen to me. Like, you know what I mean? I ran for public office. I know the temperature on a macro level. There are some outliers. I had to be trained to run for public office. You know what I mean? I lost by 3% with a 97% voter electric non-black. You understand? And the guy who ran the same campaign I won on the next campaign cycle won. I left and bought a house somewhere else and You know what I mean? Because it was just better for work, and so had to be closer to my properties and stuff. But um, I genuinely wish in my spirit, I genuinely wish Earl Spence, Shawn Porter, and Keith Thurman. I want them to get all the money possible. But when you disrespect the fan base and they don't respect you, and then you listen to fighters and they don't respect you, like even Bomac said, he didn't offer me a fight when he had the belt. So why should we fuck with him? Now here's the catch. Guess what that's going to leave? All by themselves. Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. Danny Garcia is not fighting. Danny Garcia is not fighting Shawn Porter because of the things that he did and how he acted. I'm just being. Errol Spence is not fighting Shawn Porter. He's open to it, but not now. He said he has some fighters he haven't fought yet, and he wants to fight them. So that's not happening. So that leaves them on an island, basically all by themselves for the next year and a half. Who are they going to fight? You know what I mean? That literally puts their career in peril. And it all stems from authenticity. It all stems from not respecting the fans. It all stems from not respecting the boxing voter electric as a whole. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I just think that just the reality of it, man. We'll talk about it tonight on the live. Feel free to join the Patreon, man. I wish everyone well, man. Stay safe in this coronavirus. It's real, man. Buy you some stock, man. I'm being honest. The coronavirus is a dilemma, but you got to find the ways to maximize it, man. And you know what I mean? It's just amazing, man. It's protect your family too, man. Make sure that the women in your life, your aunties and everyone else, your moms and your aunties, your grandmas, spend as less time outside as possible because they said it's planned on getting worse and people are going to get more deliberate in their actions in terms of satisfying their needs. So be careful out there. I can't wait for boxing to come back, man. I literally can't wait. And what's up, Lincoln? I'm almost done. So, all right, barbershop conversations, man. See, this is the benefit to being walking distance from playing with your kids from work. You want to say something to the people? What you want to say?
What's up? You feeling good today?
Anything else?
Yeah, feeling good.
All right, I'll be there.
Yeah.
All right, don't touch me, man. Don't touch me. All right, barbershop conversations, man. Say peace, Lincoln.
Peace, girl.
Barbershop conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And I can't wait for the welterweight division to come back, man. Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter. Pay attention to the details. Limo tent the V12. Gotta cross your T's and dot your I's, or I don't sleep well.
Limo tent the V12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's, or I can't sleep well.
I'm gonna tell you something that's small and something simple. You're not supposed to be touching me, dude. Something that's small. Only one parent can touch the kids because I'm working outside and stuff like that. So, something as subtle as this: your ring entrance. You played the church song before you played "I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gonna go get it." No kidding. If you had someone that was attached to the streets or to the posts of the community in Los Angeles, you would have played "I'm prolific. I'm so gifted. I'm the type that's going." No kidding. See, even Lincoln knows that song, and the reason why breaking front line every time is. See, even Lincoln knows that part, and that fight was in Los Angeles. The whole crowd stands up. Nipsey passed away 3 months prior to your fight, March 31st. You fought September 28th. 3 or 4 months. April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months later, right?
Right. Pinch my butt.
Okay, so at the end of the day, okay, I'm being attacked by the kids. You can't touch me, Kennedy. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, Lincoln, get away. So, anyways, man, if you were attached and had a pulse, you would have played that first and got the crowd on your side, and then because everyone would have sung with you. This is Nipsey City, dog. But just something as subtle as that would have made a bigger difference in the fight. Maybe the energy that Errol Spence get, maybe you get in first 4 rounds because the fans are behind you, because they still, the first 2 rounds, they saying it's a pro LA crowd. They saying I'm prolific, so gifted. Shawn Porter came out to Nipsey Hussle. We riding with Shawn Porter. Errol Spence came out to some Texas song. You gotta have a post. Something as small as that. You gotta have your post. You gotta have the intellect. You gotta have the common sense. Don't come out to a gospel song, then hit the ring and play Nipsey Hussle. No, get the crowd up first. Because you know what? Gotta check the V12. Double check the details. Gotta cross my T's and dot my I's or I can't sleep well. I'm gonna tell you, Lincoln. Same with me. This is why you should have played that first, Shawn Porter. I'm prolific.
So gifted. I'm the type that's gonna go get it. No kidding. Again, for your viewing. And I know the crow killing. Sing. That's throwing no feelings. You know how it goes, baby. Front line every time. Son, baby, in the shoe go.
Tell him. Lincoln would have stood up and rooted for you, Shawn Porter, but gotta know the pulse of the fan base. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Let's go play Lincoln. Peace.